Okay, it's Paul here again. You guys all know Paul Path. I don't know if you like that or not, but I do like what they read at the meetings. Is thoroughly have we seen it, or rarely have we seen any person fail who's thoroughly followed our path. So that's why I like the path. I just use. It's not Paul's path. It's anybody's. I mean, I have my own. I have my own destination. I have my own path, my own individual story, and stuff. But basically, when they're talking about the path, they're talking about rarely have we seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed the steps. Never skimped out, never never made mortar out of sand, never skipped over steps. We got totally honest and open. Especially step 5. Anyway, so we're still on 11. I was on 11 a little bit yesterday. I'm eating Trix. I've never had Trix before. I feel like Anthony Bourdain. So. It's the best cereal in France. Anyway, Anthony Bourdain. So I was reading this morning, it's on my phone. If you don't have the A book, get it on your phone, man. And there's certain things we have to do throughout the day, and just screenshot them and have a look. Like in the morning, wake up, look at your morning screenshot. Basically, it says that we're going to think about our plans today. We're going to think about the 24 hours ahead. We're going to just sit and calmly maybe eat some cereal and think about the 24 hours ahead and think about our plans. And before we start thinking about our plans, we're going to ask God to divorce us from self-pity, self-seeking, and dishonest motives. Under those conditions, or with that in mind, we can use our brains, because we're clearing the wrong motives. So the book says God gave us brains to use, So yeah, divorce from self-pity. We talked about that. Get rid of self-pity, get rid of resentments and judgment and self-seeking and what can I do for others type of thing, right? And then we're going to ask God for an intuitive thought, a decision. Where should I be? What should I do? Let God be God directed, We've removed a lot of self by the time we got to step 11. Self, these are all my opinions. I mean, I'm reading the book to you, but this is my experience. Don't think I'm telling you what to do. I should really be saying this is what I did, but it takes too many words all the time. So, just so you guys know, this is what I do. And I'm sober 19 years, and I'm a real alcoholic, and I don't feel like drinking. I've had some ups and downs over the last 4 or 5 years. So, this is what I do. And that's all I have for anybody. I only have my story based on following the spiritual principles in the book. I know what it's like to follow Paul's directions. Not good. Car wreck. And I know what it's like to follow God's direction. Mucho bueno. So we're going to think about the 24 hours ahead. We're going to ask God for intuitive thought and a decision. We're just going to be God directed, right? And then as we go through the day, we're going to have times where we're confused, frustrated, doubtful, agitated, right? Restless, irritable, discontent, remember? That's why we drank. So now we're not going to be restless. And people don't know why we drink. Like, why does he drink, right? Because we're restless, irritable, discontent. And alcohol does something for us. What does it do? It gets rid of restless, irritable, discontent. It says, well, I like the feeling produced by alcohol. You know what the feeling produced by alcohol is? It gets rid of restless, irritable, discontent. But what if you had a God in your life where he was directing you, where you are no longer restless, irritable, and discontent, and you no longer required a drink to be okay? I'm okay sober. I feel comfortable in my own skin. What can I do for you? That's the whole program. Getting comfortable in our own skin, not to be so selfish and self-centered that we're restless, irritable, discontent to the point where we're willing to take a drink of poison. We know it's poison. We're not that stupid. Yeah, we don't remember with sufficient force, but we remember. I remember family court. I remember jail, but not with sufficient force. What I do remember with sufficient force right now is how restless, irritable, discontent, and in pain and worried and mental torment I got going on. So I remember that. And then I definitely remember the ease and comfort that comes at once with taking some drugs or a few drinks. They're drinking with impunity. They're having one. Why can't I? So anyway, we go through the day, pause when agitated or doubtful. We're going to constantly remind ourselves, and ask God for the next right thought or action. That's our... Keep saying it over and over, but how important is step 3 and 11? Like thought and action, turning our will and our life, our thinking and our actions over to the care of God. So we're doing it. We've cleaned up all that wrong motive stuff, the selfish and self-centered stuff. Constantly reminding ourselves we're no longer running the show. You know, many times saying to ourselves all day long, like when we get into a position, say, you know what, man, thy will be done. Now, thy will be done means, what would you have me do? What would you have me be? It works for fear. It works for resentments. Just play the role God assigns, right? What do you think God would have you do? And do that. It's not easy when you're new, but man, when you're here a while, you kind of get this God consciousness, like a sixth sense type of thing, you know? It's quite amazing, and it feels great. So we're going to be more efficient. We're not going to tire so easily. We're not going to burn up energy foolishly like we did when we were running the show. We're going to become God-driven, useful, efficient in all areas of our life, not just work, efficient in relationships, efficient driving, like everything. You won't get any accidents, or not as many accidents, if you're not going around angry at the people in front of you. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to try to fit this on a video. 6 minutes is plenty, you know. But that's what I do in the morning. That's what Paul does in the morning. It seems to be working. 19 times 365, do the math. It's like, I don't know, 7,000 some days or something. It works that many days. And I've been doing it that many days, you know. I don't read it anymore. I mean, I got the thing memorized. I sponsored dozens and dozens of guys, but I do it. I get up in the morning, I go, man, stay out of self-pity today. That's the big one for Paul. Stay out of self-pity, man. You stay out of self-pity, you're not going to be angry at nobody. Guaranteed. I'm not going to be going around saying, poor Paul, look what you're doing to me. That's called self-pity. You stay away from that, I'm not going to be pissed at them. If I'm not pissed at them, I'm not going to cop a resentment or get angry. All right, love you all. Have a great day. Today's Saturday. Happy Saturday. And mañana. Yeah, mañana.